Cowboys Nation, listen very carefully because before we jump into today's breaking Dallas Cowboys injury update, I need to say something very important real quick. If you are watching this video right now and you love Dallas Cowboys news updates, injuries, rumors, and real talk, but you still haven't subscribed yet, then I need you to pause for just 1 second, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications because most people watching this video are not subscribed and you don't want to miss what is coming next, especially with how crazy things are getting right now for this team. All right, now let's get into it because today we are talking about a question every Cowboys fan is asking right now, and that question is very simple but very important. Is Javonte Williams playing today in Week 16 or is he out? And what does this mean for the Dallas Cowboys offense? And trust me, you are going to want to watch this entire video because the update might surprise you. So welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and let's break this down in the clearest and realest way possible. So coming into Week 16, the Cowboys' backfield is under a lot of pressure and all eyes are on Javonte Williams because his status could change everything for this offense, especially with how tight this playoff race is right now. Now, if you have been following closely, you already know that Javonte Williams has been dealing with injury concerns throughout the weekend that immediately raised red flags for Cowboys fans because this team cannot afford to lose another key offensive piece at this stage of the season, especially at running back where depth is already being tested now. Early in the week, the reports around Javonte Williams were not very encouraging, and that's what caused panic across Cowboys Nation because we saw limited participation in practice, and when you see that at this point in the season, it always makes you nervous because limited practice usually means pain, stiffness, or a risk of re-injury, and the Cowboys medical staff is always cautious, especially this late in the year. Now, the big question everyone wants answered is simple: is Javonte Williams actually playing today or not? And here is the most important update as of right now. Javonte Williams is officially listed as questionable heading into Week 16, and that means his status will likely come down to a game-time decision, which is never what fans want to hear, but it does tell us something important. It tells us that the injury is not season-ending. It tells us he is close, and it tells us the Cowboys are at least giving him a chance to play. Now let's talk about why this matters so much, because Javonte Williams is not just another running back on this roster. When he is healthy, he brings power, balance, and explosiveness to this offense. He can break tackles, he can pick up tough yards, and he can keep the defense honest, which opens things up for the passing game. And without him, the Cowboys offense becomes more predictable, and that is something defenses love. Now, the Cowboys coaching staff knows this, and that is why they are being very careful with this decision, because rushing him back too soon could make things worse, but sitting him out also hurts the offense, especially in a must-win situation. Now, reports suggest that Javonte Williams has been responding well to treatment and rehab, and that is a positive sign, and sources around the team believe he wants to play badly, which you love to hear because that shows heart and toughness, but at the same time, wanting to play and being physically ready to play are two very different things, and that is where the final decision comes in. Now, if Javonte Williams does play today, it is very likely that his workload will be managed, which means we may not see him getting a full load of carries early on. Instead, the Cowboys could rotate backs and ease him into the game to see how his body responds, and that also means his effectiveness might depend on how he feels after the first few touches, and that is something fans need to understand. Now, on the other hand, if the Cowboys decide to sit him out, then that means other running backs will need to step up in a big way, and we have already seen this team struggle at times when the run game is not strong, and that puts more pressure on the quarterback and the receivers, and that is not the situation you want in Week 16 with everything on the line. Now, here is another important thing to keep in mind: even if Javonte Williams is active, that does not automatically mean he is 100% healthy and playing at full strength. Injuries like this can limit explosiveness, change running style, and reduce confidence, and that is why some players look different when they return from injury, and that is something we should all watch closely. Now, the Cowboys coaching staff will likely monitor him closely on the sideline if he plays, and if there is any sign of discomfort, they will not hesitate to pull him because long-term health still matters even in a crucial game. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture, because this decision is not just about one game, it is about the rest of the season and possibly the playoffs if the Cowboys can make it there. And burning out Javonte Williams now could cost them later when they might need him even more, and that is why this decision is so difficult and why fans are so anxious waiting for the final word now. As of right now, the most realistic expectation is that we will not know for sure until closer to kickoff, and that is why I always tell you to keep notifications on, because these updates can drop at any moment, and when they do I will bring them to you immediately. Now, Cowboys Nation, I want to hear from you because your opinion matters. Do you think the Cowboys should play Javonte Williams today if he is only 80% healthy, or should they sit him and protect him for later? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now because I read every single one and I want to know how you are feeling about this situation. Now, before we wrap this up, let me say this: whether Javonte Williams plays or not, this game is going to test the Cowboys' toughness, depth, and coaching decisions, and that is why Week 16 is so important, because this is where teams show who they really are, and injuries are part of football, but how you respond to them defines your season, and the Cowboys' response in this situation will tell us a lot about where this team is headed. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I truly appreciate you, and again, if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time, because this channel is all about real Cowboys news, real updates, no fluff and no clickbait, and with the season heating up, you do not want to miss what is coming next. So hit that subscribe button, like this video to support the channel, and share it with another Cowboys fan. And as always, this is Alex bringing you the latest Dallas Cowboys updates, and I'll see you in the next one. Cowboys Nation, stay ready because anything can happen.